Hello everyone, my name is Rebecca and welcome to my first official Booktube video. Today I am doing the Booktube Newbie tag. Let's get started. The first question is, why did you start this channel? I decided to start this channel because I was occasionally posting bookish videos over on my main channel, R100 Read RED. And I just decided that it's finally time to separate the two, so I decided to make my main channel pretty much exclusively art content, and to start this one, R100 READ, see what I did there? To be solely bookish content. So I'm really excited to be finally getting started with Booktube. What are some fun and unique things you can bring to Booktube? Something I'm really excited to bring to Booktube is my perspective on environmental sustainability. I got my BA in environmental studies, and I just recently got my master's degree in environmental studies and sustainability. So I really want to bring that aspect to the bookish community. It's something I don't personally see a lot of, or I see a lot of misinformation around. So I would love to be able to talk about environmental related books, maybe introduce you guys to some cli-fi, and just start a discussion about environmental issues. What are you most excited for about this new channel? I'm really excited to finally be giving bookish content the sort of moment it deserves. I feel like a lot of the time when it was on my other channel, it got pushed to the back burner, and now I can finally make sure it gets a focus. I can make sure I am holding myself accountable for my own reading goals, and like overall, I can just have fun with reading. Why do you love reading? I think like a lot of people, I love reading because it kind of gives me a break from everything going on in my own mind, and I can just escape for a little while into whatever book I'm reading. I also like learning about new things, and I like hearing different people's perspectives on the world. What book or series got you into reading? The book that got me into reading was Uglies by Scott Westerfeld. I think I picked this up in 5th grade at one of the Scholastic book fairs. Do you guys remember those? They would put out all these books and they'd have little stationery things that you could buy. And this one looked interesting and I picked it up, and before I knew it, I had read the entire series as it came out, and then moved on to other things too. So definitely this was the book that got me into reading. It was the first book that I feel like I got to pick for myself, really, and it was definitely the first book that showed me that reading can be fun and reading can be more than just an assignment for school. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? I think I would ask how they balance their time so well, and maybe that's just like the appearance on screen, but I feel like I struggle to make time for reading at certain points in life, and I just want to know how they are able to balance everything, because I feel like they're also like up to date on the most recent TV shows and music and just other things in life, and I need some of that. I need to know your time management skills. What challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? I think the hardest thing to overcome is going to be making sure I plan ahead and be consistent with posting. I feel like I just need to make sure I'm thinking about it ahead of time, and not necessarily making sure I'm pushing myself to read more, although that's kind of the overall goal, because I feel like there are times in life where I definitely don't read as much as other times. So I want to make sure I am still being consistent and doing something, even if I get into a bit of a slump. So yeah, I think that's going to be the challenge, is making sure I can fill in those gaps in time when I might not be reading as much. When did you start reading? I feel like I already answered this one with the book that got me into reading, unless this means like when did you first start reading, and then I would have to like ask my mom, because probably like as a toddler or something. But when I first started reading for fun was around 5th grade, when I picked up the Uglies series by Scott Westerfeld. That was definitely the first time I started reading for fun, and after that, I think it was maybe it was a few years later when like Twilight came out and all these sort of OG booktube books. So yeah, that's kind of when I started reading. Where do you read? I usually read just in bed right before I go to sleep, but I also enjoy going outside when I can, especially during the summer. I feel like, it's just nice to sit outside at the beach by a pool and just have a book with you. There's something very therapeutic about it, and it's just the perfect little summer moment. What kind of books do you like to read? I would say I mainly read YA books. I do kind of dabble in the adult book world when something is of interest to me, but mainly YA. I really like contemporary books. I like dystopians, although I feel like there have not been a lot of good dystopian books out recently. And last year I started getting into historical fiction quite a bit. So yeah, I would say those are kind of the 3 main things. I'm not too into fantasy, but I do try to read that as well. I will read pretty much anything at least once, so that's kind of the type of books I read. And the last question is, what does your book collection look like? You can see about half of it behind me right now, but I do plan on doing a bookshelf tour probably as my next video, so stay tuned for that. Subscribe if you're interested, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!